So, how was that for everybody? How are we feeling? Where did everybody land after that catapult? Hello, 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 said Cecilia. Hi, everybody. I don't think there should be a reason that I turned the mic down again. It did turn down. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Well, thank you for notifying me. I'm just having this here for something to look at. You don't have to apologize for the voice chat, Desi. I was just being silly. It absolutely delighted me to see all of you having fun. Let me catch up here. Welcome. Celine, Cursed Calendar, King Ozzo, Cecilia Aragorn, Claire. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. Desi, Noodle, Rakov, Goob. Did I already say Gooble? No, I said Noodle. We got Noodle and Gooble. And I think that's everybody here right now. I did see that Book Nerd and Please More Cats and Bisuki were here earlier. Then Waff, hello. I'm glad that the mic was low when I did the Count Olaf, actually. The, Jim Carrey Count Olaf. King Ozzo liked the running animation. That's not a new animation, that's Apollo's standard running animation whenever it's not the dash. It's just, the standard movement animation. So that one has been there from the get-go. I'm glad you like it. We have so many thoughts. Ah! No, Apollo removed from the screen in favor of a weirdo in a way too deep tank. You are here full time. Thank you, Desi, for complimenting the shirt. I might doodle an Apollo, maybe, to make up for it. There might be some Apollo swamging in order, I don't know. I was close to drawing tails swimming last night, but I do way too much water-related art in the first place. So I'm always hesitant to start another one because it's like 90% of my art in the first place. Maybe not 90%. At least like 30 or 40%. the surprise join. Yeah, I figured that would be alright. I'm glad that it worked. King also says, when are you giving me my Xbox back? You know, sport, let me tell you a thing or two about life. Tomorrow. You know what? Go ahead. You can have it right now. I can't let you... I can't see you with that frowny face. Cecilia asks, how was it experiencing everyone's theories? I love it. I'm really glad that people are having fun trying to make sense of everything. And some of them made me smile and go, hey, hey. Favorite comments from the premiere, asks Denwolf. That's a great question. I have to think about that. I might have to look at them again. It would just be regular swimming, Cecilia. It wouldn't be Mimi swimming. Yeah, I need to think about favorite comments from the premiere. I might actually look through it on stream and react to some of the stuff. Who is this orange Apollo on screen? Good question. Someone far less iconic. Celine says, but yeah, there's a question. How are you feeling after the premiere? Drained. But in a very, very good way. King also says, more water! Hydrate the Apollo / Tails. Saria Dadcore. 1, 2, oatmeal. Kirby is a pink guy. 1, 2, oatmeal, because Kirby's very cute. The bro moment train. Yeah, that was unplanned. The power of humanity just never ceases to amaze me. This is from the AU where Apollo is a fox. It says, please more cats. Hi, please more cats. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a chill day aside from the Diminish. Hi, Book Nerd, there you are. King also says, this is based. What is? Singing 1, 2, oatmeal? Cecilia Airborne says, I loved the Diminish episode. Was super interesting talking about the ways things happened. I hope I helped the conversation at least a little. Well, as long... I mean... Oh my god. Sorry, I've forgotten who I am. Who am I? That shot knocked all sense out of my entire existence. That shot was so raw, I have to change my shirt. What shall I do? I know you guys probably didn't mind, but I wanted to be a bit more classy. Cecilia says, there's a gift for you. Apollo needs to go faster. Was that even what you were talking about? No, that wasn't what you were talking about. Oh god, Is it okay if I play this on stream, Celine? Oh, Popperin, wow. Wow. Oh, blue's your favorite color, nice. Yes, Celine, I just saw. Please, by all means, she says. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna catch up first. Dizzy says, yeah, during the soup of the day, I just tuned out chat and shook. Sorry. Yeah, then Waff said the emotions on this one were so raw. You did it again! Bisuki said, I got in the shower during the soup of the day and watched the rest of the episode, and there, I think it helped. Kitty agrees. Thank you, Cecilia. Alright. I'm gonna listen to what Celine just posted. Hopefully everything is balanced decently.
Apollo's Notes, Sleepies, read by Celine Calante Love, at Kyorteo or Kyorteo.net. Let me just switch into my Apollo voice here. I overslept. I'm not used to that. There's been quite a bit to get used to. It's been so long, I don't even quite remember how to remember things. Not to say I've lost any memories, of course. No matter how long I live, that never seems to diminish. I think I'm suffering the consequences of building my entire identity around my physicality. My mind was always thousands of years behind my body, and now my body has fallen level. I guess that's a comfort in itself. In deterioration, I've finally achieved the balance I never had. It's a shame what it took for that to happen. Most horrifying of all, it seems that the absolute worst has come to pass. I can hardly stand to write this. I've lost at least 1 full inch of bicep mass. This is what rock bottom feels like.
Thank you. Thank you, Celine. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, Midori and Celine. Hello, Kitty. Speaking of meow... Oh, whoops, did that not work? Oh, I guess it didn't. He's trying to step on the keyboard. I plead the fifth. About the meowing. The broken meow. Yeah, the readings are great. Thank you for the gift. That truly was a gift. Kitty is nuzzling the microphone stand. First. Oh shoot. Yep, I messed up. I just realized that I missed 2 hours of tennis because the new TV service we have is really stupid and it messes up the recordings, and so I have to do it all manually, and then I forgot. Darn it. That's sad. I will live. There are far worse things in life than missing an hour and 50 minutes of tennis, but it's more just like an hour and a half because they spend the first 20 minutes sitting at a table talking anyway, so... No, never mind. It didn't start until 9? Okay, never mind. I'm just in time? Whatever. Or maybe did they have the first 2 hours on Tennis Channel? Is that what they did? I don't know. Male AU, Teddy. You could go for it. You could redo Will's lines. You'd do them way better. Yeah, it was playing on Tennis Channel. Okay, that's strange, but whatever. I mean, yeah, out of context, that's probably sounds dumb to say, like, tennis on the Tennis Channel? What? But usually it's playing on ESPN, the ESPN channels, which it switches between them, and then it confuses the TV service, you know, whatever. Tail cam. Dala says, I love reading Teddy's lines. Go for it. Go for it. Celine says, I was almost gonna ask what a masculine counterpart name for Teddy would be, and then realized, like, oh yeah. Cecilia Aragorn says, my voice is bad. That was POV. You just said that your voice is bad in serious stream. I was hearing your voice earlier and I disagree. To be completely real with you. Noodle says I have to go now. It's 2 a.m. Goodbye. Goodbye, Noodle. Thanks for showing up. Sorry that this is so late for you, once again. But have a good sleep. I just want to watch some tennis on the Tennis Channel. Anxious child Teddy. Yeah, Daisy, I heard your voice as well, and I would really... I'd love to hear your take on Teddy, too. Celine says my voice is unusual in a way that makes it kind of hard to be fitting for most roles for which I try out, even though voice acting is fun and I'd love to do it more. It fits Apollo very well. Yeah, it took until Diminish and the Them Boy coming out for me to be like, oh hey, I think this one might actually be in my ballpark. I think it was. Yeah, the timbre of your voice is great for Apollo. Yeah, Celine says, so I guess the moral of the story there is that your voice is perfect for someone. Sometimes it's just a matter of finding who. Yeah, and I've felt really, really awkward about what my voice would be fit for as well, because I've always wanted to be a voice actor. I've always wanted to voice characters. But I have always, like, every single role that I've ever tried, it has never felt right. I've never felt truly fit. Like, I've never felt like whenever I listen to my voice, I'm listening to the character. But it turns out the role of Will was perfect. I'm really, really happy that Will ended up being like my first voice role, if we're gonna call it that. Then Wolf says, I think Sayre would make a decent Will, but not too sure. I don't know either. What was I just talking about? I don't know. Cecilia says, honestly, I'm the best Will. Come at me. I won't. Cal says, watching tennis while playing tennis with tennis while recording tennis on the tennis channel. Then Wolf said, Sayria, we had a very sweet chat after you left. After... Yeah, of course I don't know what you're talking about because I left. Yeah, I think it does work like that, yeah. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you had a nice chat. Tennis. Yeah, they're probably switching channels now, so now, just in time for me to go all the way back. Sorry. Yeah, I am kind of tired. Yeah, honestly, I think that Midori's slash Cecilia's general inflections and way that they talk is similar to mine, so he probably would make a good Will. Desi says these streams are honestly the light in my day. No bits can match. Well, for one thing, I'm sorry to hear that, but also I'm really glad I can give you that. That is everything to me. Cal says, how did you figure out about our trolling plans? Because, being the creator of a popular web series, I am just better than everybody else. And thus, I am omnipotent, and I was able to feel through the vibrations of the universe that there was some hijinks occurring that I needed to step in on. Bisuki, welcome. Bisuki says, Knuckles from Knuckles and Knuckles. Our favorite. Cecilia says, I will cry! Go ahead. Dizzy says, I just don't have a very exciting life. 90% of the other bits of my day are role-playing with my GF or school. That sounds great. As long as it's good, like, roleplay that you like. Rukov says, vibrations! Welcome to Vibrations. You think that me saying that you talk like me is a compliment? I'm glad you think so. It just occurred to me that, like, oh no, I compared somebody's voice to mine. I don't know if that's a good thing. I know that it's just supernatural for... Supernatural! That's a bad word to use after super as an adjective. It's extremely natural for a person to not like their own voice, but... a lot of the time I'm not super pleased with, with how my own voice sounds. Although I have to say, that said, the way that Will's rant came out was, like, the happiest that I've ever been. Like, it was the first time that I was proud of myself listening to a voice performance. It was very... I'm very happy with it. Thank you, Cecilia. Don't mean to be fishing for compliments, but I'm glad you think so. Dizzy says, "No, I only RP stuff I hate!" It's very nice, honestly. Will's butter voice. Will's butt voice. That's just Will's voice. I'm glad you all liked the performance. Gaith, welcome. I hope you're having a good one. Also, when I looked at my stream for a moment yesterday afterward, just because I check in on the quality and everything, like to make sure the voice was balanced with the rest of the audio, and I looked at the moment where I showed you guys the original title of my new Sonic fan comic that I'm working on, and I realized how I accidentally created like one of the most hilarious possible images when I did this. Like, just look at this image holistically. Here, like, I'll make the text bigger. Just like, looking at this image like this, with no context. At the moment, at the time, you posted it in S posting off topic. I didn't see. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, you mean you just posted it? Yeah. Just this complete, yes, this completely out of context illusion lock. Yeah, like Tails killed Sonic. Oh no, why would he? Like my good friend last night after I showed it to him, he said like he imagined this image at like Amy's doorstep. Justin Rompery, sorry, you came in at a weird time, said, "I just watched the new episode, I enjoyed it a lot, was refreshing that it wasn't what I expected." I'm glad you enjoyed it. Spooshy, popping in a little late, saying hello. It's only 30 minutes in, which, of course, it's blowing my mind that it's already 30 minutes in, but you're not too late. Welcome, I hope you're having a good one. Celine says, "Your voice is fine, it has a sharp, crisp tone to it that makes mine feel all fuzzy." I disagree. No. She says, "Mine needs kind of ambiguous roles like Apollo to have a fitting match. I definitely couldn't be Will." I don't know. Like, I mean, think about, like Paul. Like, I feel like Paul's voice, Tony's voice, is sort of like yours, like how you described yours, where it doesn't feel... Like, when you hear Tony's voice, you wouldn't instantly think of, like, a character archetype. but it was perfect for Paul. It was perfect for Paul. Also, welcome, Illusion Lock. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Always a pleasure to have you on board. Celine says, Will's rant felt convincingly and sold so well the notion that these feelings just had been bubbling up for so long. Like, maybe even Will himself wasn't planning to go that far. But once he started, he just couldn't stop. It all just came out. It was raw from the heart. Yeah, it was, I will say, it was unplanned. I just recorded watching the Soup of the Day as Will, and then felt like I needed to say something. Yeah, Cecilia says it felt like it just burst out of him. Like the thought of this game is Teddy's last burst of art stuck inside her. Desi says he'd been holding it back for so long and that episode was the burst out. Then Wolf says, I am God! That is an excellent thing to add. Good point. Cecilia says that rant felt like it was stuck inside him and it had to come out. Oh, yeah, did I already read that? Probably. I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, Desi. Yes, Wolf! Get it, Wolf! Then Wolf says the way that he was weirdly chirpy after it, it was so realistic. Really felt like a weight off his shoulders. Cecilia says, I've been meaning to watch you for a while. And I admitted to people again earlier today, or was it yesterday, that I still need to catch up on Illusion Lock. I'm such a bad boy. I'm such a dickhead. Like the character as seen in Sheriff Domestic. That's me. That is literally me. I am dickhead. Visuki says, yeah, I have a huge crush on Paul's voice. Cecilia says, is this just me, or is Saria's cam shrinking every stream? What do you mean? Oh yeah, you mean like the actual... Yeah, this specific time, I had to, apply a new... Like, for some reason, OBS keeps switching the actual... I don't actually know what's going on. I don't know how to describe it, but I have to have, like, 5 different things set up for my webcam, because OBS keeps switching between them. I don't know why it's happening. I'm not a very good software/hardware person. But yeah, I had to do a new webcam thing. I'm sorry. A new webcam source. It keeps switching between sources, even though it shouldn't be doing that, as far as I can tell. Desi says, I nearly cried at Will's. I'm here because I love you. Like, out of my heart. Desi says, make Saria big again. Oh, then Wolf says, say, about those favorite comments. Okay, maybe I'll kind of watch through the episode, and I'll watch live chat. This could be fun. Why not? And now I can see how many views it has now, because it was getting like 90 more, jumping up 90 more every single time I looked. Yeah, it's stalled out a bit now, that's to be expected. I definitely didn't imagine it was going to continue to keep spiking like that. Oh, baby, when you spike like that, you know it makes me go mad. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Getting ready! See, I kind of want to keep that one because that size, that cropping is what I use for the stream setup. Like, it's zoomed into the A-Sprite window so you can see Apollo's animations. So I might rename this one. And then add a new scene. I'm so disorganized with this. It's kind of absurd. It's kind of absurd. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, yeah. If I do the wrong monitor at first, then yeah, that's the wrong one. Hey, now you can see. This is the serious song view. This is how I see the world. There we go. Yeah, there probably wasn't anything bad about that, right? Oh yeah, that reminds me! Maybe I'll play Kirby Air Ride on stream at some point. I love City Trial. I love City Trial, because I was looking at my scenes there. That's what reminded me. I could play, like, playing City Trial and Kirby Air Ride for the Nintendo GameCube. I would never ever get tired of it. No, not mini player. No, no, no! I'm trying to get back to the default view. That's what I'm trying to do. And show chat replay. Good lord. Live chat replay. Not dead chat replay. That's for Teddy. And this is cool because I didn't see a lot of the stuff early on in the stream. Oh, Illusion, let me catch up on chat here. I see the Illusion Lock asked a question. I'll get to it. And actually, it happened right when I looked away, sorry. Illusion Lock asks, what is your preparation for voice acting certain characters? I'm very curious. Also, you're not dickhead. I appreciate it. That's a good question. And that's what makes the role of Will so interesting and so different from any other role I've ever attempted, because Will is, like, I do have to get into given circumstances, like, in a theater standpoint, in terms of Will having a very different past from mine, and having many different life events, having a different upbringing, a lot of that sort of thing. But, so I do have to keep all of Will's life story sort of in mind, and it's somehow fairly easy for me to remember all that stuff and get inside his shoes. And, so I'm able to reference things from his life with relative ease. And so that's really the only main thing I have to worry about when I'm playing Will, because everything else is just me. Will's personality is just my personality. Will likes basically most of the things that I like, and, you know, Will's cats are my cats, you know? Stuff like that. It's I wouldn't call it a simple role, an easy role, because it's probably not that. It's oversimplifying what the role is. But it's so perfectly tailored to me that I don't have to do that much preparation for it. I basically just, I boot up, whenever I want to record, I boot up the game and I just get started and I feel it out, and I just go. And there's basically no script. So far, only 2 little short sections in videos have been me reading off of something that I wrote from very early on in the planning process. So just like a minute each were actually me reading from a script, and the rest is just pure improv. So hopefully that sheds a bit of light on the process. Thank you for asking. Celine says, yes, it was the way he refused to select leave in episode 9. One of those moments where the gameplay choices reflected the emotions. He never chose leave, and he never pressed B. I love that take, Celine. Desi says, he will not abandon her. I will not be moved. Cecilia says, I feel like in no universe Will would ever hit leave. Then Waff says, Diminish stabs me in the heart like no other web series, and that's why I love it. Thank you. I'm sorry. Celine says, I can't imagine the kind of monster who would choose leave. It could be... I mean... I feel like it's something a person would not be able to, like... When a person is in the middle of playing a game, and they're faced with an option like that, normally they're not hit with the implications of their actions while playing a game in the moment. Like, especially in a first-time play. So, I don't want to poo-poo on you for saying that, because, of course, like, the implications of that are severe. Like, if a person knows exactly what it means. But, like, I can see that, I can see a lot of gamers, like, who would be confronted with that situation, just being like, well, I don't know if there's anything else I can do. I guess leave is the only thing I haven't, like, one of the only things I haven't tried. And it's presented before wait too. But yeah. Spooshy says, not sure if you read the little blurb I wrote in the Theories channel the other day about Diminish being Teddy's way of torturing Will, but I felt very vindicated after the latest episode. No, I think I have to go back and see that, actually. But I'm glad that you feel vindicated. I'm very glad. Cecilia said, you make Apollo go mad. Bisuki says, damn pipes, Saria, beautiful. Oh, when I was... you make Apollo go mad! Yeah, there we go. I didn't know what Cecilia meant at first, but that reminded me. Just listen to the sounds of my body! Celine says, I'm curious about the meaning behind Diminish's title screen art. I assume that's Teddy hooked up to IVs and Apollo's her shadow. I'll leave that completely up to interpretation. I do have my own interpretation, but... and it could be that one, it could be any other. But that's not what's important. Desi says, quick everyone, look for spoilers! Then Wolf says, oh yes! POV, you are Sierra Song. Bisuki says, Saria, I challenge you to do a city trial match, please accept. Alright, fine. After I looked through chat, because Then Wolf wanted that, but Then Wolf also was excited about Kirby Air Ride, so... Then Wolf will be a very happy person this stream, perhaps. Graveyard chat. Too soon! That's the Teddy chat, yeah. Yeah, sorry that I answered your question so late, Illusion Lock. Desi says, petition to smack Will and Teddy's parents. I'll say one thing about them. My approach to their parents, and we haven't seen that much from them so far. My approach to them was generally trying to make them, like, be parents that were really trying their best. That's all I'll say. And obviously, that should not try and dissuade anybody from their feelings about them, because what they did was what they did. And, yeah, all I meant by that was I wasn't trying to make their parents be like these, like, supervillain type people. And it's been very interesting seeing the way people have reacted to Will and Teddy's parents from what we've seen of them so far. And I think very telling in a sad way. I feel very strong, very, 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 very strongly about parenting on planet Earth. And it makes me sad that many, 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 many people can relate and have deep personal reactions to seeing parenting like that, and the way that it had effects on Will and Teddy in not positive ways. King Ozo says, have you and Will dealt with the same emotional problems? To an extent, because I have not dealt with loss the same way that Will has, not even close. But I do wonder if I've thought the ways that, like, to the extent that I've thought about death is probably similar. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to really think about it. It's a great question. It's a great question. A lot of people joined after the premiere? Oh, you mean the VC. I see. Cursed Calendar is very upset. You're fine. Desi says, I feel strongly about parents, so that's kind of a me thing, yeah. Waff is God. King Ozo says, trying but not really understanding. Gee, that sounds familiar. And I'd like to also say at this point, I hit the jackpot with my parents. God, did I ever hit the jackpot with my parents. And they're still not perfect, but they are damn good. So I have to get that out of the way. Don't worry about my parents. They're very good. They always have been. And they're also good friends. Which is another godsend. Cecilia says, oh, yeah, talking to King Azo, yeah. Celine says, it's super common for parents to mean well, to have their child's best interests at heart, to want to do right by them and mess up. Parenting is, I think, the largest challenge that a human being can face, and if not the largest in like the strict sense, because of course if you try to like move the sun by hand, that might be a bigger challenge, but you know what I mean. It's the most dire and relevant challenge that a human being can face, I think, and I think few people are prepared for that. And it's not always, I mean, I don't want to get into this too much, but I think society presents parenting as this absolute, like, you have to do it at some point or else, like, you're an absolute failure, and if you like, it's unthinkable to not be a parent. And I think because of that pressure, so few people are prepared when they become parents. And I think the world, in many ways, reflects that. And I don't know if it's a matter of faults, or what, or who's to blame. I mean, society is what it is. I have many feelings about society that you can clearly see through Diminish, but that's all I'll say about it for now. Yeah, Celine continues and says, to be presented with a situation they don't know how to answer, what to do, the best thing for the kids, and just guess and guess wrong. Yeah, sorry, King Oz, sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to see that, Cecilia. Well, I think that King Azo is referring to me when he says, I mean, I feel like raising an athletic, intelligent, and creative child would probably make most parents pretty happy. And I to that I say that was a reflection on them, and that was something that somebody said to me when I was going off stream earlier. Yesterday, I think it was Cecilia, and I said, well, you being great is a reflection of you. In this case, I've been thinking about this since I was like 10 years old, thinking about our family dynamic and how great it was, and that it really is a reflection on those two very, very much, my parents. I never actually improved this. Sorry. This has just been sitting in a very awkward place this entire time. Sorry, now this is even worse. Gosh darn it. No, I moved something else that I didn't want to. I'm still moving it. Help me. Help me! Somebody help me! Why can't I move the thing that I want to move? Goodness gracious. No, and that's wrong. There we go. Is that... Yes, that's enough. Okay. Alright, let me catch up some more. Dizzy says, often the ones who shouldn't are the ones making far too many. King Ozo says, I've had to sit by and watch helplessly when my best friend has been emotionally, physically, and sexually abused. I'm so sorry. Giacomoth. Hi, Giacomoth. Says, God, that's horrible. It's something that no one should ever go through. Yeah, from either side, absolutely not. King Ozo, that is... First of all, that's completely relevant to the topic. Second of all, you say what you need to say. This is a place where that is absolutely welcomed. Because that is what Diminish is partially about, is situations like that. That's what all art that I ever make is going to be about, stuff like that, so... But I will dive into some of the chat now.
Hi everybody, it's been a brief minute. I thought that I would make a special episode of sorts. where it's basically just going to be me going back to the first level and trying out a few more suggestions that I saw, because that worked out so well.
Scratchy
last few
says,
times,
"Yay,
right?
sex is starting." I don't know if that's my
Can't
favorite
wait.
comment.
Yeah.
But it is a
just gonna
comment.
Try out another new save file here.
Johan says, "Apollo deserves all the love." That's a great comment.
On a couple of things, just a few things. First of all, I'm going to try and immediately once I reach the top here, jump left instead of even seeing what's over to the right.
Rakov says, "Let Apollo swear." Yeah, poor Apollo didn't get a
Yeah,
chance to
where
do
are
uncensored swearing in this episode.
Does it seem to you all that like
Oh, there's no webcam.
seems to be transferring
Sorry.
things like data between save files, or is that like a really awful?
I'm here.
You probably know what I'm saying. I guess it doesn't matter. I just.
Oh, that actually is a good
go
place to
ahead
put it.
and do what I was starting to talk about. Once again, very disjunct in my will way.
I guess this has turned into a
Feel a bit.
watch of my own episode, because I'm going to be looking at every single comment in the chat, looking for my favorite.
I swear that was. Okay, it has been a while, so maybe I just completely misremembered that. Let's try again. Okay. Let's give this another try. Now that I got all that stuff done on the right side of the stage.
I just realized it looks like I'm doing something below. I was just fiddling with this hair thing.
For the rest of
I just realized now that I'm looking at my stream, it looks like I'm doing something not that. God, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me
fair.
get this out of my
I
hands.
just unfortunately have no abilities in this life. But we're not going to let that stop us. Off to another wonderful start in this episode. Again, in Diminish Land, that's just how things always go. Isn't that right? Okay, we're back. Oh man, I'm getting a new flood of memories here. Like when the first time I played this game, how I was getting flashbacks, freaking day terrors, to all the times when I was playing.
God, the chat is moving so fast
Boy,
in the
and
premiere.
whenever else Teddy would get her daily amusement out of me playing. But now, the flood of memories is all from my experiences in this game, which is interesting. Let's make some new memories. So the first suggestion that I want to look into is dying on that spike. Nothing happened, what do you know? Good God. The first thing that I want to try is seeing if there's anything behind Justin after he leaves that area.
Chat is moving so
I'm
fast,
gonna
nobody will
try
know
and
that I'm
find
Midori.
if there's a way to juke him and then get behind him and see if there's anything there that was hidden. Because I saw many people were interested in having me check that out. So, let's go ahead and fail at doing that. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a fun way to spend the rest of my natural life. Oh my god. It's been quite a few days / weeks, so let's see how long it takes me to get back in the rhythm here. Oh, okay. That helps.
Yeah, Oliver says, "Don't stare at Justin behind. How rude."
Oh, that's...
I thought that was
First time I've
funny.
ever saved it like that. That's pretty nice. Hey, it's just like we remember him.
Yeah, a lot of the comments were just people noting the changes in the death counter and the
Yeah,
status.
This takes us all back, doesn't it? Hope you all wanted to see more of this. Oh wait, this is what I wanted to do anyway. Okay.
It just turns into a wall of text every single time that it happens.
I'm gonna stay here.
Then Wolf says, "Have you guys seen the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending is my favorite."
Immediately, exactly in the place that I need to be in order to test this out, and now I'm nervous. And taking that moment was a bad idea because now I'm getting more nervous by the second. Okay. Jump. Let him pass. Okay. Jump, dash jump. Don't die.
That's fine, Chris. Yeah,
You know what?
if you're watching it on your own, it'll be easier to
I don't know why I thought that I could let him pass over me.
be zeroed in on your personal experience. which might not see
Okay,
things
okay.
that the collective
At least do that.
group would see.
So I'll just. Okay. So
So you'd
what I'll do
have
this time.
a more rich personal experience
I'll
with it.
jump and activate him, and then dash left immediately, and see if that snaps me to the ledge on the left. Let's try that. I don't have enough time. If I can jump, if I can activate him by hopping lower, then maybe I'll have a chance to get out of dodge before he gets to me. Before I can dodge. Yep. This really takes me back. Darn it. And that really took me back to where I was.
I did like this comment. I say it's possible. Just jump into the hole and do the Yes, I'm backseating a pre-recorded video. I'm invested. I'm sorry. I liked that one a lot. That one made me happy.
Sorry if I'm not all there today. I've been very tired lately. Not bad, just tired.
Then Wuff said it's completely valid to backseat Will.
Okay, jump lower this time. Okay, so I can snap to the ledge. Go home, Death Counter. You're drunk. But it might not matter because there might literally be no way for me to... Wait. Okay, never mind. Why am I trying to attack it? I'm not a very good critical thinker, guys. If that hasn't been clear in the past. Like, for some reason I thought the only possible...
So this is very real.
From the platform there.
This is a problem that I have
But
my entire
all I
life.
have to do is go
And
up
it was a problem that occurred when I beta tested a friend's game.
and then
I
start
don't
to
see
jump and then fall back
things
down
that
again.
everybody else
That's
sees.
probably what
I've been like that my entire life, and
Right? Everybody with an actual brain?
I wonder if I were properly diagnosed with things that I would have been able to address these things much sooner. But you know,
Okay, so I'm here, and I'll just try and fall straight down. I'll try and not push left too early so I don't drift into those spikes there.
I'm glad that I
Try
can
and
make
drift
art
at the
that
right time so I can grab
resonates
that
with
ledge,
people
and
who
hopefully he stays
are dealing with
unspawned
things like
for a
that.
while, so I can see if there's anything there. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything there really, but we'll take a look. That's
I saw
fine.
that one, King Azo. Yeah, I saw that one
Oh
live.
god, I can't even grab that ledge, can I? I just don't even think this is possible. This might just not even be possible. Ugh. I'll give it one more shot. It was probably really infuriating to see me approach it from the complete wrong angle for like 3 attempts, and you were all probably tearing your hair out the whole time. And I'm really sorry. I've just always been that way. I've never been able to see things that are obvious to most people.
Rutlick Lives says, "Just droop."
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. I find that
I
funny.
guess we can at least
Sorry,
see
Rutlick Lives.
if, there's no way that he's not gonna be there already when I...
Yeah, I love people giving suggestions like it's real time too.
Maybe I'll just drop farther.
Cecilia makes a good point. Everyone else is just a falsy idea anyway. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well,
That's a very
let's
good
just see
point.
how long it takes him to respawn. I will try and do my best to dig as deep as possible.
But I'm definitely very uncommon and
Please God, let
in the
me
minority
never,
with
ever
how
need to come back here again in my entire
how
life
I struggle with that in particular.
as I fulfill these requests.
And it has infuriated many people in my life.
That's...
It made me feel like there was just something so wrong with me.
The exact right position on the
Desi
wall,
says, I personally love people.
falling-
Yeah, I already
you're
read that.
falling quickly, and it takes you a million
Celine
years
says, one thing I
to
noticed about the episode is that
eventually
we really like, it's just the door on a lot of fan theories and even on the notion of investigating other ones. But it provides an I see reason. It's impossible to get behind Justin. There's nothing underneath the bird, and he never got that one last carrot. But after reading the potato soup speech, it just feels like, you know, that's okay. We don't need to linger in Broken Meadows so long that the status calls us out on it. We can move on.
Not that early. Well, at least I finally missed it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to leave people because people seemed so curious about it that I didn't want to just leave them hanging completely.
He's back.
But I also wanted to
That's not
present the
possible.
reality of the
That was
stage as it
literally,
was
like,
designed.
As perfect as I could possibly do that. That's not possible, guys. I'm sorry. But
Celine says, yeah, staying here and trying to turn every stone isn't healthy, it turns out, and that actually makes a lot of thematic sense. I'm glad.
okay, on to the next thing then. Frickin' finally.
I've not been paying attention to the chat at all. The actual live
So,
chat that I've been
next
trying to find
thing
my favorite
I was
comment
asked
for.
to try was to just drop into this pit here, past this lovely birdie, which everybody loves, by the way. Can't stress that enough. So, I guess I'll try it. I should be able to punch that person. Here we go! What did you all expect, honestly? Yeah, it only took me about 40 minutes to experience that. I'm so enriched. I really feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be a grander person. I'm gonna have a view of life that is just so exciting and so fresh. Woo! Thanks, everybody. Thank you for that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so vitriolic.
Settled
I think the
Plain
last thing
Zone
I'll
said,
do
Will has
is
gotten
just
so much better.
Good old menu check for old time's sake. And I'm still not feeling this. I'm sorry. I know I have nothing in the inventory. Oh, okay. Just that one right now. Okay, so that didn't carry over.
I loved everybody's reactions to there being just a spike right there.
Because I didn't quite feel like looking at it right now, even though it's very nice. So that just leaves everyone's favorite. Alright.
I loved everybody just saying, uh-oh, oh no, oh no. Oh god, oh boy, oh no. Oh dear. There was a certain quality to Scratchy committing to doing the, what did they call it, the beatboxing? They were really going at it. True committal. Have to appreciate it. Sad potato hours, that's a good one. Yeah, Scratchy just... Scratchy was working hard. You just have to appreciate the effort. Yeah, Fluff Bite. Woo! New sadness. That dog from Halo says, Cormfleck. Indeed. Yeah, and then people started Salad Plain Zone doing imitating the shooty shooters noises. Whoop, pew! Because I thought that's what Scratchy was doing at first. I thought Scratchy was doing the clacky clackers. Magic Ace's comments are always great. Then Muff says, guys, I think we are the potato soup. The potato soup is Sonic! Oh, that's good. The real potato soup was the friends we made along the way. A group of 100... Spooshy says group of 130 plus people straight up bawling and one guy beatboxing in the corner. Yeah, Scratchy. Scratchy is an OG. You guys keep saying it was some guy. Scratchy, let me tell you, Scratchy was one of the first comments in a Diminish video. And you know what that comment was? I'll never forget it.
I'm not pressing B.
Diminish! Beautiful first comment.
Who's the one pressing A?
Scratchy's an OG. Respect on the name. Scratchy's still going. Tuxmux brings up something. What is that sound? It's this. Sorry if that was a loud noise, but whenever you hear that like really bassy booming, that's what's happening. I'm touching the desk. And it's vibrating through the microphone stand, which has a lot of springs and stuff. And it creates a bit of a weird, super bassy sound. Tabby, yeah, this is one of my favorite comments. Tabby, throughout all this, Tabby, like what Tabby's thinking about is, did she ever get the pizza? Yeah, then Wolf says it too. Eat the pizza, girl, please. Tuxmux says, never have I thought I would cry over pizza. Pizza time. Oh, I got a dislike. I made it.
If I may, I think I'm actually going to say something for a minute. I just don't understand. I mean, that's not true. I mean, she treated the way she was feeling while she was dying like she was being graded for it. Like if she didn't die the right way, you could have cut yourself some slack. For once.
Scratchy's the G.
Once. For once, you could have let yourself not be perfect.
Kudos to Scratchy, yeah.
Once you could have not cared. Why didn't you focus on yourself first? I could have figured all this out on my own. Why didn't you I'm gonna be fine, okay? I'm gonna have the time to be okay.
They are still
listening?
going.
Can you hear me? You weren't fucking graded for how you died. You were not given a grade for how gracefully you went. And even if people are doing that right now, even if people are seeing this and they're trying to invalidate you for not being absolutely perfect when you were sad about dying, fuck them. Just let yourself have a moment.
Rukov says the ultimate victory will be that sad face on the exit becoming a little smile. Yes, Bushy says, I forgot I said that.
Fucking rubric.
Can I just say something? King, that's your job.
I was gonna be confused no matter what. I was gonna be confused after you were gone. I was gonna be confused when I saw what you put in the game. You did not force me into shit, okay? Listen to me. You did not force me into pressing A. You did not force me into pressing start. Every single time I sit down, it's because I want to be here. It's because I love you. Jesus Christ.
Fluffbite with the no mouth
If you
emoji.
had any idea how much this has helped me. All this time all this time
Hi, Glitch.
you were the one who was listening to them. You were the one who was letting all their bullshit dictate the way that you lived your life. The entire time. It was dictating the way that you lived your death. You died the exact way that they wanted you to. How dare you? God, that's not fair to me. I know that. I know, okay? I know. That's not fair. Because that is the shit that I've been dealing with, isn't it? It's the stuff that you have been telling me my entire life. Who the fuck am I to judge? I just can't. You know what really breaks my heart is imagining you in your deathbed in your final moments, having let them all in, and hating yourself right until the very end.
Obnoxious Jiggler says, I'm drinking this copium. That's a good one.
And I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe it. I believe that when I keep playing, I'm going to see you strangle that shit. I'm going to see you come over. I'm going to see you break the surface. I'm sorry. But maybe I shouldn't be, you know? Like, maybe I shouldn't worry so goddamn much about how every single possible action I take could affect every single human being on the planet. And that's the fine line, isn't it? Like, you have to balance that between, like, being legitimately introspective in the way that a human being should be. But society is so bad at grading that shit, and they love grading that shit. And she took that to heart. She tried so hard. She was one of the few people that was genuinely trying every single day, and she was rewarded by dying young and feeling like that the entire time.
Then Wolf says, Diminish is like watching a Let's Player, but every so often someone stabs you in the heart and turns the knife.
Never had to be perfect.
I liked that one.
Never had to be. And
I'm sorry.
Hope that you got that through your head before the end. You didn't, did you? Of course you didn't. There's no way. Fuck!
Oh, here's one. King Ozzo. Have fun transcribing this, Cecilia Aragorn. That's one of my favorites. Absolutely.
Well, I'm not gonna die that way. And I won't live that way either. I doubt that I'll be coming back to this part of the game anymore. If you don't like it, then you'll probably live. And hopefully that'll be enough. I'll be back with more in the next area. I actually feel pretty fucking good right now.
Yeah, and I feel for Becky Weber coming in right at the end saying, whoa, I just hopped in. What happened? Poor Becky. Yeah, I think, I don't have a comment that jumps out at me as my absolute favorite, but I think then, Wolf, you had the highest frequency. Like, you had the most comments that I liked, so you get that award. But yeah, when I saw King Ozzo's comment to Cecilia live, I was like, haha, yeah. Oh man, sorry. Thank you all so much for the live comments as well. That's probably gonna be loud, my bad. Or maybe not. Okay, maybe not. So yeah, that was a very roundabout way to answer your question then, Wolf, and then I didn't actually give you a true direct answer, so sorry. Sonic is dead! Yeah! The slow fade to Sonic is dead! Oh yes! It just keeps getting better. Life is just a true absurdist art piece, isn't it? Let me catch up a bit here. Cecilia says, I will have so much fun transcribing it, such a passionate speech. I think it's the most emotion Will has shown. I don't think I've ever shown more emotion, like, in general. In like a controlled public setting. I mean, of course, I've had bad, like in a controlled public setting, as in, like, it's something that I wanted to present. Because I've been very emotional in ways that I didn't want to be in public before. Definitely. Many times. Cal says the ending of Diminish 17.5 confuses me. I don't know whether it makes me feel happy or sad or surprised or whatever. Please help me give this emotion a name. You're confused. I mean, you said it right. You're overwhelmed. You're probably overwhelmed, too. Cecilia says, yeah. Whoa, I just hopped in. What's this whole Diminish game thing? Celine says, I doubt I'll be coming back to this part of the game. If you don't like it, then you'll probably live. See, that right there, I was so sad to hear this zone was over, but still, it's just such a great way to respectfully and icily close the door on that. I'm glad you liked it. Then Wolf says, I win! You are God, like you said. Cecilia said it's definitely a massively bittersweet feeling, and that's it. Yeah, I think that I have a lot of respect for well-done, bittersweet work, and I think that Diminish is definitely on the range of bittersweet. I mean, maybe that's one of the most obvious things a human being has ever said, but I think bittersweet definitely is a good word for it. Celine says to take all people that are suggesting things to check, and like, you know what, maybe there's something there. Maybe we do need that carrot. Maybe. We can't stay here forever. I'm sorry about missing that carrot, by the way. I legitimately, when I'm playing the game, I'm so focused on just getting to that end part that I don't even see it at all. Literally, it does not even register in my brain. Very literally. I don't even know it's there. I didn't even know it was there until somebody pointed it out. F in the chat for Sonic. Spooshy says, I mean, a lot of the things she writes here is just talking about how much she loves and respects him as a person on his own, and how much she resents that she's been held up as an example of what Will should be aspiring toward. Chris says, Sonic is dead, and you're giving the thumbs up! Cecilia says, you can always talk to me about anything. I don't know if you were in the VC after the premiere or something, but I think Ozzo can talk a little about, like, yeah, you can talk about anything to me. If you're talking to me, thank you. Oh no, not Sonic! What would Knuckles do? He'd probably fight somebody. Spook. Ozzo says, I think it was hilarious how everyone was talking about how there would be something under the aqueduct, and it was just a single spike. Just below the screen, too. Like, I didn't even plan it that way. I kind of planned it for it to be in view when I was designing the level. But the fact that it was just out of view turned out to be the best possible thing. Like, just barely out of view. Spooshy says, I honestly think she'd be really happy to hear Will chastise her, raise his voice, and get upset with her. That makes me... That actually just churned up a deeply positive emotion inside my chest. That's all I'll say. Cecilia says, it's your way to move on, Will. Don't let people, even me, decide what you do with your life or how you move on. It's not up to us. Ozzo says, Sarah, you're a master troll with that single spike. That was probably written before I mentioned how the design went, but you're not wrong. Spooshy says, instead of praising and mythologizing her like a martyr and meekly surrendering himself to his position as less than her, that was really spread out. I take too long to type. No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, wait. Yeah. honestly think she'd be really, really happy to hear Will chastise her, raise his voice, and get upset with her, instead of praising and mythologizing her like a martyr and meekly surrendering himself to his position as less than her. That's such a good take, Spooshy. God. And I think that's a great read on Teddy. At least, I think the reason it made me feel so good was because I see Teddy... Because I write characters as people. Like, I write characters, like, as friends. As people that I respect and I look up to sometimes. Or just people that are my peers. And, like, that I feel very protective or loving of. And to hear you say that about Teddy made me feel really good. Because I feel like that is such a compliment to her character. Is you thinking that she would react to that way. That's all I'll say, which is a lot. Oh, Cecilia says it wasn't to me. Okay, sorry. But thank you for extending that to me. Also says, I am angry again! Ah! Yeah, after I brought it up. Yeah, it was definitely not a response. It was always like that. It was always like that. I didn't change a single thing after between 17 and this episode. Happy little accidents, I suppose. Yes, indeed. I was gonna do Bob Ross, but for some reason, I'm not feeling like I'm in the Bob Ross space right now. Cal says, so wait, you didn't intentionally put that pit to make us think that it was a pit that led to the other side of the weird thing that crashed the game? I think I did that to make Will think that, but then when I got to that moment, I was so stressed out every single time I got to that part that I didn't think about anything except just trying to get up the wall jump up the shaft. Nothing else mattered to me. Cecilia says, I'm just gonna say I do love having Sonic is dead as the backdrop. Yeah, I think, yeah. It had its time in the sun. I'll be right back. My blood sugar is crashing, and I do want to give you guys some Kirby Air Ride after I brought it up. But I need to eat like a cookie or something and get my blood sugar up because I'm crashing so hard. I'll be right back. And I don't usually eat cookies, but it's down here, and I want to get something quick, so. Just don't want to set a bad health example. I don't know why I keep walking back into the room. Hopefully I won't do it again. Okay, while I was doing that, I actually remembered my favorite moment. It was not, or like my favorite response, my favorite comment. It wasn't in the chat. It was in the VC afterward. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It was like a group comment. Yes! You were talking about, like, what if Will had a peanut allergy, and how that would completely change the meaning of Teddy asking Will to try out carrots and peanut butter. And then, like, people saying, like... I just want to imagine, just for a moment... I think Midori said, like, I want to imagine just for a moment that the bullies tried to destroy you, and they succeeded! It's that dark comedy. It's so gruesome. That's so horrible. And then somebody else said, like, I just don't want to feel alone in this experience. I want you to go through what I'm going through. God. That was my favorite reaction to the episode. Absolutely. Oh god, I was cracking up. It's so horrible. It's really bad. It's awful, but it's so funny. That's what's called black comedy in the industry. And that's good black comedy. That's very good. Cuz it's so bad. But in a truly actually good way. Desi says, much like Will plays because he loves Teddy, Saria plays because he loves us. And you guys are still alive, that's a plus too. Please More Cat says, you made your rage game so perfectly that I think it forced you into the rage mentality. Yeah, it really did. Cal said, you intended to trick yourself, but you ended up tricking us. How? Let's see. Oh no, my poor GameCube has been collecting dust. I don't know if it's connected though. Darn it, yeah, it's not. We'll see what I can do here. Hopefully I won't have to restart the stream. I guess that wouldn't be a huge deal. But hopefully this just works. I don't know what this is gonna look like. Tails game. See, this is what I mean about the webcam. Hello! I'm here. I'm large. Hey guys, it's Wide Will! Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to close OBS and start it up again. Let me catch up on chat first. And then I'll do that really quick. Cecilia says, I'm so filled with love for the community. Just absolute. I'm so proud of this community. Preach. Cecilia says, I see everyone's hearts, souls, prosperities, personalities, ideals and hopes, real aspirations and gains and losses, successes and failures, win and lose. I see it all and I weigh it all against a feather. I see all of you as you, and all of you have such beauty in you. I love you all. Wow. Yeah, that's good prose. And I agree. I think Desi said something that I can't see in top chat. I'm gonna have to switch to live chat. Yeah, because she used the F word. Midori, you're so effing great. You're a backbone in all this. It wouldn't be nearly the same without you. Yeah. Bisuki says it's crazy to be part of this little special slice of the internet. Yeah, agreed. They say, thank you everyone for making it a reality. Thank you all for making this a reality. I want you to know what it's like to be in the hospital bed. Bisuki says, so this is the AU where Teddy kills Will instead of Will kills Teddy for the swam powers, which Apollo then kills Will for. Cal says, that was the whole purpose of Diminish. Chris says, also question that I might have missed in the previous stream. So for the most part, Will's deaths are real? Real life struggling in the game? Absolutely real. Yep. All of that was just me trying as hard as I can to play the game and get to the end. And, like, all the stuff that happened in Diminish 5 and 6, with not being able to grab onto the ledge, completely unintentional, I have no idea to this day why that happened. I don't know what caused that glitch, I don't know why it started. So, I just had to roll with that, too. Oh, Glitch says, my GameCube got stolen in 2014 and I haven't bothered to try and get a new one since. That stinks, I'm so sorry. That face when Sonic is dead. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to restart the stream really quickly so I can restart OBS because... my capture card needs, I think it needs a minute to be detected. Like, I think I have to restart it for OBS to detect the capture card. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Sorry. And thank you for bearing with me and for hanging out and for being alive. Whoops. Alright. Be right back. The soundtrack, oh my god. Most Kirby soundtracks, but this one was arranged with some sauce. And Melee too, with like the amazing orchestral stuff. Red is streaming again, wow. I'm trying to have some streams up in the background so I can kind of watch in the meantime. Oh, and my monitors are so big now that I can actually do that. I can look at chat, I can look at my friends' streams. This is the life. This is what privilege looks like, honestly. Look at Kirby! Look at Anime Curb! Is the audio still okay? Stream didn't even go down? Wow! I see I'm buffering now. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm sorry if there's only one side of the speakers that the audio is coming out of. I don't know how to fix that. But you can hear me okay? Kirby is a cutie, though. Because Kirby is very cute! Alright, enough of this. Enough of this! It's been a while since I did this. I need to increase the window size because I'm looking at the game through OBS. Because that's the only way that I could figure out how to get the capture card to work and be able to do stuff. Okay, let me also adjust the social media handles thing. Boom. It's still kind of weird, but... Boom. That works. Why not? I think we're getting tennis audio. You can probably hear the TV a little bit. In the background, yeah, that's fine. I have the TV on. Serena Williams is playing. Well, she was last night. I'm catching up. I have a lot of catching up to do. Oh. Kirby and the Crystal Shards. Yeah, that was a formative experience. When I played it first when I was really young, and a lot of the things in that game were so awesome and really affected me. Is this an yeah, I'm actually using a memory card now, so some things are saved. This is not a childhood memory card. Can't find any of those, so I'm trying to unlock some stuff still. Still haven't unlocked Green Kirby, which is a shame. I like Serena's look in this tournament actually. She's got blonde hair right now, and the outfit that was made for her is pretty, like, it's exactly the sort of thing that I like in terms of clothing design and fashion design. It's so awesome. I'm looking at it right now. It's exactly the sort of thing that I would wear, honestly. It really appeals to me. My exact taste. Yeah, and I think she looks good with blonde hair too. But are we ready to do some stuff with some round boys? Kirby's Toy Box for the BSX Satellaview. What about Kirby's Tilt and Tumble? Kirby's Tilt and Tumble. How about that one? Who's played that one? City Trial. Hope y'all enjoy the City Trial. Oh my, I haven't played this on regular speed in a long time. I've been doing max stats runs so often when I play this game, which means I'm trying to collect 160 out of 160 possible stats. Like, you see how they're lined up here? That means I have to get 18 of everything except HP, which I have to get 16 of in a single game. And I had a magical run where I was one short, and this happened like early in last summer. And I've kind of gotten away from trying, but in order to get your best chance at doing that, you have to go on slow mode so you can react to everything as fast as possible. Yes. Yes. See, that's why you want to approach it that way, without using the rings for speed, because then everything falls right there. I'm glad that I was able to remember that input. I'm glad that person also collected the bad patch. You have Kirby Tilt and Tumble! Nice! I see a vast universe that erases all your cares. You mean like Care A, and Care B, and Care NLM? Wow, what a universe that is. I don't want to live in a universe without Petscop, though. Kirby Superstar Ultra, I feel like that's one of the more popular ones. Never was able to play it growing up because we never owned a Super Nintendo. No! A Super Nintendo! The rare system from Nintendo. From Nintendo, I should say. This Serena's a boss, for sure. Sam Stozer is a boss. She is a specimen. She is so freaking ripped. Maria Sakkari as well. Talking about tennis players, I know Serena has to be the most famous tennis player active in the world right now. Even more so than any of the men's players like Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic. I feel like everybody knows who Serena Williams is. It can't be said of like any other tennis player that's playing right now, basically. Maybe Naomi Osaka a little bit. Coco Gauff? Coco Gauff is getting up there, yeah. But before Coco, it was pretty much just like the Williams sisters that people could name that are like household names. I'm really sad. I'm gonna restart this game. It's not bad. I actually want to try. I want to try an actual max stats run. Desi says, "Fuck men's tennis. I like ladies." Oh, let's go lesbians. Let's go lesbians. Okay, so we're going on slow mode now. The thing about slow mode is it's slower. Oh, there's a top speed. That's nice. When you're trying to go for max stats, you want to have as many top speed upgrades as possible near the beginning, because that gives you more mobility so you can get more stuff. And this is actually tough to do, like doing that exact flight angle so you can get the star pull without using the rings. There's another top speed. This is looking promising. Promising start. Let's see what else we can find. That's amazing that you have Kirby Tilt and Thunder. Kirby Tilt and Thunder! Kirby Tilt and Tinder! Only for iPhone. Oh, don't get that. You're gonna steal this. I hate you with a burning passion. Why am I playing it with CPUs? With 3 CPUs. Okay, whatever. Well, that is divine punishment for playing with... And see, I could have had like 5 top speeds already. Dizzy says, I love men also, but like, nice ones. Buff himbos. Crush me in their hands. I didn't know what himbo meant the first few times that I saw it referenced. I only saw it referenced in like, Whoa! Oh, air ride machine tanks, I run amok. This is a decent one to get, because all of a sudden you have mobility. The only times that I saw himbo referenced for a while was in the context of like that awesome himbo friend to a lesbian who's like going through their coming of age and that awkward period in school and figuring a lot of stuff out in her life, and they have that himbo friend that's just always there for her. So that was my experience with the word himbo, so I've come to love that connotation. Himbo is very much a positive term for me. It makes me feel good whenever I think of that scenario. I think it's a nice trope. Curse Calendar says, never try playing Kirby Tilt and Tumble in a car. Well, guess what? I was 7 and 8 years old, and I tried to do that, and I know by experience, you're absolutely right. So now I know for sure that you have Kirby Tilt and Tumble. And I also, for some reason, I cannot say that title. You know what? Who cares about max stats? I want to play on regular speed. This wasn't supposed to be super serious, but I should have continued that one game. It started off kind of well, but this is just for the fans. This is for entertainment. So the no, I'm not going to start off with that. Dizzy says, new debate is Syria Himbo. No, but Replenish Apollo might be. The way I refer to myself on social media and stuff is Ugly Himbo Art Friend. And not because, like, I'm trying to call myself straight up ugly, but, like, I didn't want to call myself a himbo, like, outright, because himbo refers to an attractive male, like, an attractive guy, and I didn't want to say that, so I just tried to even it out. I feel like, when I first typed it out, I was like, yeah, that's me. So, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, I don't think I'm ugly. I don't think I'm ugly, don't worry. I just don't want to call myself, like, I don't want to refer to myself by a term that is, like, one of the tenets of the term is, like, the person is beautiful. That doesn't sit right with me. And I have a lot of lacking certain intelligences as well. Like, there are many intelligences that a person can have. And I think I'm lacking in many of them. So it might all be true. Is Apollo a thembo? Discuss. Do we really need to? But yeah, who has played this game before? And who has spent like 6 billion hours just playing City Trial over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, because it's one of the most addicting things in all of existence. King Hazo says, I really don't want to sound gay, but back in your old tricking videos, you were a real looker. Nowadays, not so much. Right? So I assume you prefer me with shorter hair. I get it, I get it. It's fine. I'm just kidding with you. But that's very flattering, King Hazo. That's very flattering. And don't worry, you certainly didn't come off as gay. That is a fate worse than death, is it not? Whew! Can't even imagine. Also, I should state for posterity, that is not an actual thought that I subscribe to. I was raised by the gays. Born in them, molded by them. Some people are raised by wolves. I was raised by lesbians. It was divergent people like them that saved me from everybody in school that was making my life, trying to make my life hell. They saved me. Because they understood. Gays in my Diminish! Desi says, well, now I gotta go look at the old tricking vids. I look pretty much the same, I just have longer hair. Like, I think I had, like, maybe a centimeter more bicep mass. I definitely was... I'm definitely not at my physical peak anymore, my aesthetic peak, but I look mostly the same. Definitely older. I have more wrinkles these days. Could you imagine? Please, Morcat says, could you imagine a dude who's into dudes? Absolutely atrocious. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to ban all of you. Every single one of you. I'm gonna have to ban myself for sure. I should have done that a long time ago. I can't be trusted with saying anything in my stream. Oh no, I didn't want this. I never wanted this! No! This is a pretty bad city. Oh, thank you for opening that box for me and then just running away, letting me take everything. Also, I should have been setting the... I haven't gotten many events, I just realized. I should have been setting the stadium to versus King DDD, because that allows you to see random all patches appear in the regular stage. That's the only way you can have that happen. Uh-oh. Saria found in a ravenous flock of wild lesbians. Yeah, that was my friend environment. It's the she. Incorrect localization. It is actually a she. I'm sad that I can't get back onto that building. It was a great place to be. There's an all patch. Thank you, miss. What are you dropping? A lot of stuff! Holy moly! In a hand basket. Is she still around? Where is she? It's still dark. It was not dark the entire city. That's a glitch. That's the first time I've ever seen that. It stayed nighttime. I'm pretty sure that's... It was definitely daytime. I'm pretty sure I've never seen that before. Maybe other people have who played the game more than I have. That's interesting. I've been playing this game relentlessly for at least 15 years. 20 years. 20 years, guys. I've been playing this game for 20 years. And I've never seen that before. Dynablade is cute. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Cecilia says, I love this game. I used to play this all the time as a kid. I was so trash. I'm still trash. Replenish Apollo? Absolutely, yeah. King also says, I had a friend who loved Air Ride. Rose Knight, welcome. Rose Knight says, I didn't know this game was anything other than a sandbox when I was a kid. Desi says, the game looks like a knockoff. Interesting. This game always felt super unique to me. Yes, Celine says, Diminish Apollo may be a Vembo. Harder to... Sarah says, water flying. Celine says, okay, yes. Yeah, Apollo is definitely Vembo status. Rose Knight says, my friends and I would just hang out and pretend to park cars. Yes! You played Kirby Air Ride the correct way. Yes, you did. Chris said, I understand not wanting to sound like you're flirting with someone out of pocket. And then thinks about Apollo's bicep mass daily. Or diary. You cannot ban me! It's simply impossible. Glitch says, oof, my net went out for a solid 6 minutes. Hello again. Yeah, sorry. You're back. Cal says, I'm a big fan of the Spring Breeze credits music. Cecilia loves this game. The stream has given me so many happy memories, but oh my god, I love this. Desi says, you've been playing this game longer than I've lived. The last few years I've been having a lot of moments where I realize. Sometimes you just realize, you know? You know what I mean? Oh, the speed credits, yeah, from Smash 1 and 2, yeah. They both had that, yeah. The speed credits. King Ozo says, now I'm curious to see Saria play some old school Sonic games. That could be a thing. I'm just gonna be in constant pain when I play Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, though. Well, maybe not Sonic Adventure 2, but definitely Sonic Adventure 1. Because that is a game that butchered water mechanics, for one thing. Just to name one thing of the, like, dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of things that it butchered in its gameplay. Just in its gameplay. I mean, of course it still holds a special place in my heart, but... You have water be a main theme of a game, and then you have it be absolutely... You'd rather do anything other than be in the water. How dare you. I have no idea how to do any of these, like, cool strats that the speedrunners do in these stages. I'm not in first! Heresy. I am playing, like, somebody who is physically incapable of playing video games. That's probably a horrible thing to say. I need to not say things like that. And that was after I thought for a moment and tried to find something that that wouldn't be bad to say, and I came up with that. That's not good. I'm only here for the cities. Why am I even doing this? I'm here just for the cities. No, Desi, it's fine. I'm used to this now. I mean, I started realizing when I was like 23, when I had the moment where it's like, for like 10 or so years, I was one of the kids on the internet. I was one of the young people on the internet. Like, all those conversations applied to me as the young person. And then one day, it just kind of, it's like somebody flipped a switch. And all of a sudden, everybody was younger than me. And they were part of a different, like, micro-generation. And it showed, like, all of a sudden, a whole new wave of fads and memes and all that stuff came in. Everything changed, and I was on the other side. And I realized. Celine says, Dragon Warrior is the first game I ever beat. Werewolf says, The Last Warrior made me a furry. Breath of Fire is a fantastic Overlooked series, and where Sarah got her name. Dragon Warrior, I'm actually, one of the streams that I have on the side right now is a guy who's speedrunning Dragon Warrior 4 right now, trying to go for world record, and he's on an unbelievable pace. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end soon and watch some of these streams, and that'll be interesting to watch. Holy moly. But yeah, he just recently got an awesome world record in the original Dragon Warrior, recently. It's like 20 minutes or so. And I assume this is a question somebody asked. Like, yeah, Cecilia asked, what's everyone's favorite childhood game slash thing slash series? Desi says the Toy Story 3 game. My sister and I were addicted to that game. That or Minecraft. King Oswald says Pokemon was definitely a huge one for me growing up. Same. And still. Celine says, Family Dog is the carrots and peanut butter of video games. Something questionable that I've come to appreciate in its own janky kind of way. Cal says, when I was really young, I played games on my Leapfrog. Yep. That brings back some memories, too. Bisuki says, I'm jamming to this music. Yes. The music of my youth! Oh, so Werewolf isn't one of your system members. Yeah, you just have the 4. Yeah, sorry. I just meant there's literally a game out there called Werewolf: The Last Warrior. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I should have known. I know there's only 4 of you. It's my bad. Chris said, oh, my childhood games were all the games on the knockoff collection of NES games that came with my family's VCD player. That sounds interesting. Online flash games on sketchy sites. Yo! Slime games? Slime games, though? Slime volleyball? Shane says, also, hi Shane. I've always loved Final Fantasy personally. 9 is my favorite. It's my friend's favorite also, followed by 10. Nice. King Ozza says, if you got good werewolf games, let me know. I'm gonna slurp that up. Have you heard of Diminish? Denwolf says, the biggest ones are probably Minecraft and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I need to play more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. People were saying that To Be the Sun reminded them of Mystery Dungeon music. That in itself piqued my interest. Visuki says, both Sonic Adventure games. Chow Garden! Yes. Speaking of things that I've spent way too much time in. Also, Sonic Advance, Animal Crossing, and Earthbound. I need to play Earthbound properly. God, that game looks amazing. Fancy Pants Adventures, commonly compared to Sonic. Interesting. Mega Man Legends. We're on an epic adventure. Where did the top speed go? I saw a top speed over here. What happened? Did it fall straight? What happened? Where did it go? What is... Am I just mentally It was right there. How did I miss that? How did I physically miss that? You see? You see how Will plays the way he does? Oh no! Okay. Oh, but I can't get it. Okay. But I saw top speed. Now I can get this. It's fine. No! Here I see another top speed. Thank you for opening that box for me very quickly. I'll go for the top speed first. I think that box just spawned. Oh, hello. Oh, hello! Thank you, I'll take that. Thank you for letting me get it. Oh, that's a bad turn. I'll just nick this and get this stuff before it disappears. That is... huge meteors, wow. Yeah, I should have known. Everyone play Earthbound now. I might play Earthbound on stream. That sounds like a fun thing to do in this stream environment. I would totally do that, actually. There's a meteor... No, it's just the building shadows. Uh-oh. Okay, where is all that gonna... Okay, it's not underground. It's an actual ring. I'm sad that I only was able to get one. You're getting all my stuff! You suck! Okay, it's on all the buildings. This is like the worst place for the last meteor to be, and I got a bad offense. This is a disaster. This is an absolute unmitigated disaster. Did they get all of that stuff, actually? That is hellaciously unlucky. Let me look at chat while I lick my wounds. That was ugly. That was ugly. Yeah, Mega Man Legends is definitely one of my favorite games, but that one popped to mind. Obviously the Sonic games, Mega Man Zero games. There's so many games. God, dude. Mega Man Legends jumped out. It inspires a lot of what appeals to me, what I'm going to be doing in terms of my own game design. River City Ransom, River City Ransom EX, those are kind of big ones. I'm surprised that those didn't pop to mind. Wow. All of the games in the Kunio-kun series the franchise that game was a part of, and the fan games that people made based on those were unbelievable. Rest in peace, Ozo. We hardly knew ye. No, he's gonna steal it. That was such a bad mistake. Wow, I was punished immediately. Okay, this is fine. No! This is where being on the fast speed instead of, or the normal speed instead of slow makes things difficult. They're not here to play right now. Now that I mentioned EX, and I'm not doing too well with Kirby Air Ride right now, I might just switch to River City Ransom EX and give you guys a speedrun. Show you what that looks like. It'll be my first time playing on the GameCube in a while, so that'll be interesting. But it'll make it fun. Yeah, if I die, I'll definitely switch right over. Oh, the game loves me. I'm afraid of getting a virus from most things. Growing up on the internet, I stayed really, really cautious the entire time. I still have... We were talking about nightmares the other night. Oh my god, these... You're swooping in like a swooper! Ah! I didn't get any sort of revenge. They're out of control. The dudes, the dinguses. The dingai. The dingies. Ah! Oh yeah, we were talking about nightmares. I had a really recent nightmare where, I got a virus. And it was just like... It's always the same. It always scares me just as much every single time. Except nowadays I don't react by scream crying like I did in my dreams when I was a bit younger. I get the same feeling in the pit of my stomach though, whenever I see like the spooky virus face pop up on my screen. That's a lot of bad turns. This has taken a turn for the worse. Good night, Desi. It was wonderful to have you. Thank you for coming in and glad that you liked the episode and that it resonated with you deeply. I didn't even switch to King DVD either. Yeah, Dizzy also got the nightmare, virus nightmares. I'm going. No! Yeah, Shane says there really are too many games. Anytime someone asks for a list of all my favorite games, I struggle to name any. Glitch says I must be listening to too much Silvergunner because honestly I expected the music to turn into Flintstones. Yes, yes. God, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm about to switch over to River City Ransom EX and do a speedrun for you guys. Phantom, welcome! Good to see you. Alright, sorry for the Kirby Air Ride kind of fizzing out there. So I'm gonna try and... I'm actually not gonna play it on GameCube. I'm gonna try playing it on here. It just seems like I might as well, now that I'm getting everything set up anyway. Hopefully this won't take too long. Hopefully they won't hit each other too hard. Hi! Wide Will has made a return. A triumphant return. Oh, hi. I forgot about that GIF. Live split. I need to open up the correct splits. Where is live split on my computer? Where are you? You can't hide from me! Oh, there you are. I told you.
I occasionally feel weird. Like, when people are like, what do you do for a living?
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, it was doing the weird thing where it's not recognizing. Okay, it recognized that one. Good, 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 good. Haha. Nyahaha, He-Man. And then this.
We're still in range. Which means it's time for Sour Please.
And then we'll do a couple things, maybe. And I'll forget which one is the one that I need. Where's the window capture that I need?
That's awesome, Hisui.
Ah, darn it. Sorry, everybody. Is it you? I can't tell. Oh, I think it is. We're gonna find out. Oh, hello. You're over there. Now you're over here. Now you're wider. Alright, this might look wonky and stuff, but... hopefully it works. Where's the music? Oh, it's just way quieter than the GameCube, I forgot. So I'm gonna...
This marble to be named Iceland.
Why do I suddenly hear my voice?
Yeah, that's awesome, Traylini.
Oh no, it's red. No, who am I hearing?
It's alright.
I'm wigging out right now.
We'll do it again.
Okay, so hopefully this should be decent audio balance. Alright, you want to see some speedrunning? You want to see my world record game?
There we go.
Phantom says, unfortunately I must go to bed. Would love to stay. I wanted to at least check in, but I'm glad I did. Night all. Beware of the monster with the diamond eye. Have a good one, Phantom. Good to see you. Yeah, that Siva Gunner channel has made me laugh harder than I've laughed at most things. I need to get back into that channel. Look at it again. Hello? There we go.
Nope.
Wide Will.
Back Iceland again. That's okay. I'm gonna be a little
Oh, it's Yells. That's who I'm hearing. He was probably audible the entire time. I'm sorry. What is streaming? You've never even seen anything about River City Ransom or anything. Interesting. Well, hopefully this appeals to you. Okay. I'm gonna go in without explaining anything. I have made, like, detailed commentary on this stuff before. Oh wait, I'm gonna... Yeah, this is not... These are not the save states that I need. That might be a good one. Book Nerd says, Saria, people think Diminish is real. I mean, it exists. Yeah, this is the beginner-friendly speedrunning game that I mentioned. It's ridiculously straightforward, the execution is quite easy. Whenever you make mistakes, you never get punished severely. It's not... the AI is not super punishing. This is actually a pretty good pattern, I think. And goodbye. Hi, Kingslayer. Yeah, I had the idea a few nights ago of playing Kirby Air Ride on stream. The city trial, it seemed like a chill thing to do. Kirby Air Ride, I wasn't quite feeling it, so I wanted to try at least one speedrun of the game that I'm best at speedrunning for a little while. Now, in this room, I have to keep resetting it to get the frat boys. The mob take like a minute and a half to fight. The frat boys take like 20 seconds at most. Third try frats isn't the worst thing, but now my world record is good enough that first try frats is basically required to get world record. But third try is pretty good. And now, watch this. Goodbye. And that's how you win a fight, ladies and gentlemen. And goodbye. Oh, we felt so bad about glitching a poor man out of the space-time continuum that we just had to send ourselves out. But we're back. Oh, darn it, that's not good. That's not good. I think that's fine. I just lost some time over the usual method. But I kept it under control. King also says, why is an entire city being held for ransom? Cecilia says, I want to be under Apollo's wing. So it's not the entire city. Although, actually kind of is. It's like mostly an entire high school. But also mostly the other playable character that we're not playing as. It's his girlfriend is like the main person being held ransom. But in the speedrun, of course, we don't actually save her. we just let her rot. It's awful. And yes, you can pick up people and use them as weapons against their friends. And it is fast to do it that way in many times. Why can't I collect that money? Also, I need this so I can set up this boss fight quickly. Oh, no! That's actually really bad, because this guy has a special technique. Oh, and he was on his of course he was on his last hit. That's the way it always goes. And I accidentally... And this is another place where I need a very fast gang to spawn. Every single gang in the game can appear in this room, and most of them are way too slow to fight. These guys are really annoying, but they go down usually in one hit, so that's preferable. You can still get a really good, fast room this way. I did a really bad job fighting them there, but you saw they mostly went down in one hit. These boss fights are scarier than they seem, because if you let them walk away, it costs you like 20 seconds. And again, it's not dangerous, you're usually not going to die from it. But, no, that's not the right shop. It's been a while. It's been a while! And we need to buy shoes here because all of the bosses in the final area of the game are way stronger and they take way more hits. So we need to beef ourselves up a little bit because it saves so much time in the long run. It saves back definitely all the time that you spend buying them and way more. Get out of here. So the main thing about this game is that you're really sort of a lot of the time you're relying on luck to get the best possible time, because you need all the gangs that show up to be low HP so you can dispatch them as fast as possible, and you can do stuff like this. Here we go. This is a tough one. Can I get this? Yes. Okay, that's actually quite tough. That was a fairly decent room. So from here on, the only gang that I don't want to see is the locals. Because they take a bunch of hits to kill, and they're the most unpredictable gang in the game, probably. So I'll take any gang except for them. Oh, I did 11 of them both. That stinks. That's a bad start to this room. Oh, man. They're being really trolly, too. I did 11 again! No! They have 12 HP. I'm gonna try... No, you're over here?! Okay. Fine. This guy's really scary because he doesn't actually get knocked down until the second hit, so he can just immediately step back and then end your life with one of his special techniques. Again, it doesn't actually kill you, it just costs you a ton of time because it knocks you down. So that was him being very nice, of course, when I'm on very, very slow pace. I don't know why I did that. That was actually bad, but I saved it by doing that. Now I'm gonna do this and head them off. Do this again. I'm actually charging the button. That's the strongest possible attack that I can do, is doing a running jump and charging the button and then throwing. You see it does 44 damage. There's nothing else that I can do that comes close, and it's actually really tough to line it up correctly. That takes a lot of practice. I'm gonna try and do a quick kill on this guy. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at chat, and my commentary is really sporadic, and I missed the quick kill, but that's okay. Now you're dead. I was just making sure there. But you can see how straightforward this speedrun is. Have a fantastic... Ah! They can't do that in this version of the game, only the NES version. Locals, can't take them. Good night, Venwolf, it was beautiful to have you. Locals! Yes, it does save time to reset the room rather than fighting them. That I'm really happy whenever I can do that. I walked to the left so that I could get them to spawn all together. So I manipulated them into being quick killed there. Where are you? There you are. That was... Once I finally got no locals, that was a pretty good room. Now this is tough because I have to keep them together. This is bad. Yeah, there is nothing I could do there. They got kind of out of sync. The one guy avoided my kick. And now they could go absolutely anywhere. This is actually fairly lucky. That was really lucky. That was really lucky. Still not good, but lucky. And now, the grand finale, the final boss, the endgame fight! This is... what it all came down to. And that's how you beat that game in less than 8 minutes and 20 seconds. My world record is 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Let me catch up on chat. Happy Feet! Wombo combo! Oh yeah, Happy Feet, the Penguin movie as well, yeah. Yeah, Glitch says, I didn't think I'd be watching a speedrun right now, but honestly, this is a welcome surprise. Nice. Oh, Book Nerd said, oh, not what I meant. Yeah, I was kind of ribbing you. Sorry. Apollo, are you there? Please marry me. Midori is too wholesome for this world. But yeah, I might do one more run and then explain a couple of things. I ended up explaining things anyway, but I'll explain a couple of other things. Cal says, personally, I don't think I could ever speedrun a game, even if I wanted to. I don't know, I guess I just need to stop and smell the flowers, I guess? I appreciate speedrunners, though. It's all about your desire. If you want to, then you'll find a game and a speedrun that's right for you. And it's all about having fun. It's all about getting what you want out of it. Nothing like buying a new pair of Air Jordans to up your power level, says King Ozo. Yeah. Cecilia says, I absolutely love speedrun games, but that's after I think, like, I've experienced what I want to experience from a game. Yeah. Cecilia says, there's always chances for you to see more, newer things from speedrunning. Yeah. Kingslayer says, I'm practicing speedrunning right now, actually. Didn't even know it was speedrunnable, but they're wild, yeah. Cecilia says, I walked to the left, and instead of spawning the locals, I became the Red Thug Killer Monster Man. I love you. You win the internet. A lot of people won the internet today, though. A lot of people did. Alright, I'll do one more. And then I'll probably call it for now, so I can watch some other people stream. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. So, I'm going as just Alex here. You can have Ryan with you as an AI partner, and he's way stronger than you, and so he can kill people really fast. So, why don't I just take him? Turns out he's an absolute idiot. Not even a himbo idiot. He's just an idiot. And he never actually swings at people. He just stands there and looks at them, and then everybody else stands there and looks at him too. They just get into a big staring contest, and so they don't approach you, so you have to run over to them and hit them. It's an absolute disaster. It costs so much time. It's way better to just do it all yourself because they all run at you, and so that makes it faster. You don't have to go over and see everybody. But... oh, whoops. So we go as just this guy, and we choose this guy in particular because he has the kicking special attack that he starts out with. And that's better because it hits everybody when they're on the ground. And that's absolutely essential. The other guy's special technique that he starts out with is the quick rapid punch. And that does not hit people when they're in most of their grounded states. And so that's a deal breaker. It's sad too because his actual move is faster than this guy's move, but it hits everybody. And also his text is faster too. The cutscenes have less text, and so you save a bunch of time on the cutscenes, but you just can't hit people on the ground, so you can't use them. It stinks. I forgot to do the timer again. Or no, wait, I do it here. I could have started all of those runs. Anyway. And you also, you'll see me jumping out of most of these rooms. Like right here. That's because, you're able to reach a higher speed in the air than you can when you're on the ground with this, with your current speed stat. And you saw I ran to the left there and re-entered that first room. That's so that I can prevent a cutscene from happening later. I got the mob in that room? You have to be kidding me. That's so unlucky. We're not going to accept that. But yeah, I'll mention that again when I do it here. So I'll jump here. That was actually really late. Now I'm running back into this room. And you heard the music changed there. That's because I was actually activating a cutscene. And it was a cutscene where this character's friend is going to offer to join you. And he usually would do that later whenever I'm about to fight one of the bosses. Oh my god. This is my life. He usually would do that later when you walk into the room to fight the boss that I backtrack for. But with me entering this room and triggering the early version of that cutscene right here, I stop it from happening later on, so I save time overall, even though I had to go out of my way to do that. It saves 2 seconds to do it that way. And I discovered that! Hello, Entrees. These guys, I really, really, really want them to show up in the only boss room that they can show up in, which is in the middle of the game. Because, for one, they run away extremely quickly, which speeds things up. And two, if you manage to kill them, they have absolutely absurd amounts of money, which means we can buy 2 of the shoes that we buy, and that makes the end game go astronomically faster. But the chances of them appearing in that room, in any room, I don't know I haven't been able to look into the game's code and actually see what the odds are, but it is well, I think it's below 1%. I don't know if it's well below 1%, but I don't know, maybe it is slightly higher than 1 out of 100, but it has to be something around that, at most. Okay, we're hoping for frat boys here. First try frats, after a really bad first split. Whatever. That's the way it always goes. This game is an expert at trolling me. And I know it's not real, but god, it really seems that way. Okay, I'm gonna wait over here so they can spawn on that side. That's really crucial here. I really wish that guy would have run into me. Oh, and now those tires are in the worst spot. Okay, I reacted to it, though. If I had left those tires over there, they would have caught him as he was falling out of the room. That room was really annoying, but I made it out of there by being alert. And now I jumped into that pit there so I could backtrack. This is the boss I was talking about where I had to backtrack. And so I took that death so I could warp back to that last mall that took me way closer. And I'm kicking him toward the door because that's faster, obviously. Won't have to walk as far after I beat him. I'm gonna pick up this chain so I can use it against the gang that shows up in the next room where I have to stop and fight a boss. I'm fighting all these bosses because you have to fight all the required bosses in order to be able to enter the last area of the game. If you don't beat all the required bosses, the last area of the game does not open up. And the game does not do a very good job of actually telling you that. So, River City Ransom, like both of these games, a lot of people got stuck because they had no idea that you had to backtrack to fight that one boss. It does not do a very good job of making that clear. Also, see you, Bisuki. Once again, I'm not able to read chat very well. You really have to stay focused in this one. Darn it! I missed that jump. Frat boys, see... Ooh, this is... Oh, that was a good spawn. Please keep spawning good. Please keep doing nice for me. No, don't. That's not nice. That's not nice. That was a horrible idea. I shouldn't have stayed and, What are you doing? No! I handled that so... The game gets really touchy sometimes with registering the correct buttons, and that was also completely failed. This is a really terrible room. The frat boys are actually really, really lucky because they go down faster than the gang that usually shows up here, which is the jocks, and I completely butchered it. This is the room that kills every single run, though, because, again, every single possible gang in the game can appear here. Most of them take way too long to kill. These are all very bad. We're on 4 bad gangs. Dragons are great. These guys are extra, let me tell you. They spend the entirety of their lives trying to throw things like that, and then just attacking you in general. Like, anytime these guys appear, there's just crap flying, soaring across the screen at all times. I completely missed... I suck. God. Well, yeah, that's what happens if you don't start off a fight perfectly. They're so unpredictable. They get into like these footsies patterns, and it seems like they're wired to move as soon as the game registers your input. And so really often they'll just they'll be within attacking range, but then whenever your move starts up, they'll just move like 1 pixel. I don't have enough money. How did that happen? One more run, guys. Anyway, they'll register that your move started up, and then they'll move like 1 pixel out of your range, and then just stand there as your move whiffs, and you can't do anything about it. And that's why you have to keep them in a hit stun loop, or else you'll lose a lot of time. You'll have to just pray that they'll walk into you again. And again, I walked over to the right there so I could get all of them to spawn on the left. You can manipulate the game to spawning people where you want them to if you give the game long enough to spawn them on the other side of the screen, because that's how spawning works. They spawn on the other side of the screen from where you are. That was a very fast beginning split, by the way. Yep, 10 cents short. Yeah, pump sneaks are the reason that I use a save state to reset runs is because that save state causes the pump sneaks to appear in the first slot every single time. A friend, Ice Age 70, discovered that if you beat the game after entering a shop and you start a new game on that same play on before turning off the game, you start a new game. If you go back to that shop, the shop will have all the exact same items. This is absolutely a godsend for speedrunning, because before, I lost a ton of world record paces to bad items in that shop. So that was an incredible find. Whoop! And I discovered the consistent kill for that glitch. And you can see I'm 7 seconds behind with... Oh, darn it, now I'm further behind. That's a really bad mistake. I'm 7 seconds behind with second try frats, which is still really good. But that's how much time it costs to have to go out of that room and then wait for the door animation. Let's go, says Blade. This fight looks simple, but it's not. I have to do really specific timings and spacing for that to not go really far south. Really fast. So this is actually a really good run so far. Like, I'm behind my world record, but my world record was very good. Cecilia asks, is that technically cheating? And I wondered about the sanctity of that as well, but you're using the save state to do something that you could be doing on console. It's just for ease of life. Yeah, just for quality of life purposes that we're using a save state, but it's something that you absolutely could do on console. So for that reason, a person who has been in the speedrunning community for a long time, who moderates this game's leaderboard, thought that this would be totally fine. Why did I throw that? The whole reason that I have it was so that I could use it on them. Why did I... Okay, well that worked, I guess. Don't block me. Jock blockers. This is actually kind of fine. That worked out decently. That's way too high. Darn it. And what is going on? I'm gonna pick that up. I tried to walk out of the way. That's really frustrating because every single thing that I did was damage control, and I was thinking it through really early, and somehow I messed up every single bit of damage control that I attempted. I have no idea how. This game can be so infuriating. If I had gotten a great gang there first try, I would have thrown something. Second try is still good, but it wasn't first try, so I'm not as mad. Oh my god, this is the fastest I've ever taken them out so far, though. That was ridiculously fast. Okay, this is tough though, because I have to do very specific timings here, or else I'll pick up that pipe and it'll all be over. This game has a lot of cool little things in its design, like how if you start up a new That's the wrong store! If you start up an input before the move has ended, it'll prevent you from picking up an item that you're in range of picking up, which is so useful. And that's what I did that entire fight, and it's actually really stressful. Because if you pick up their weapon, then you're gonna lose so much time. I also just realized that was the cleats, which is fine, but I wanted the pump sneaks. But yeah, the cleats are fine. I like the pump sneaks better, because it's less text and it accomplishes the same amount of stuff, so it's faster to get the pump sneaks. Internationals are fine. They take 10 HP. Oh, what is going on over here? They're having like a stunting party. Oh, that's slow. That's really unfortunate. But I can just use the opportunity to throw that guy over there. Do the same thing with him. We're golden. A lot of that time lost was because I went into the wrong store. Get out of the soup store! Why are you buying shoes in the stoop store? The stoop store. The stoop store. Why would you do anything in the stoop store? Internationals here are good because, except for them being really annoying with how often they block, that's definitely a real thing. The fact that they only have 10 HP makes them really good for this room. Also, that was a good pattern. Okay, Ivan, be nice. Be nice. I'm gonna try and stop him from doing... I missed the punching input. I'm just gonna play it safe. Whatever. This is a bad fight already. I was gonna try and punch him before he could run away, and I completely missed the A button somehow. That was still a really good split. Homeboys are not great here. They at least all... What? They at least mostly stay together. So if I manipulate their spawning patterns, they'll all be over there, but then usually they don't run at you ever? I had 2 of them run at me there. That's unbelievably unlikely. And so that completely ruined the only reason that the homeboys are usually good. So this was a disaster room. And this guy, that's the reason that they aren't good is because they have a billion HP. So that was awful. I'm gonna try and get the quick kill again. Yes, I caught him on his feet. He's dead. At least I got that. I'm doing dash punches here because that stops your dash faster. I didn't get the locals. Let's see if I can spawn them all together. He didn't walk toward me. Whatever. That's fine. I got 3 of them. No! That's fine, actually. I got those 2 spawn together. That's too bad. No! This guy with the sideburns has the most HP, so I kind of wanted the big weapon throw to hit him instead. And I'll try and do this fight better. There we go. Okay, now they can mess it up from here. If they attack while they're recovering, then they'll be invincible when they land, and then they'll walk away. Okay, they didn't attack in midair. I'll save the girlfriend, why not? There we go, for the fans. And now, the main event. I lost a run that I would have been really happy with to that input, to that glitch. It was a 706. It still haunts my dreams. Why are you bow-sawing in the stoop sword? Yeah, that has been a donation incentive in the past. Kill the girlfriend. Not that, but, yeah, saving the girlfriend has been a donation incentive in the past for the, this game has never made it into a marathon before. I'm working on fixing that, but the NES version of the game was the one that I commentated this year, and in years past, donation incentive has been saving the girlfriend. Oh no, his run died! No! Oh. Congratulations! You won! Oh yeah, Celine says they start with stone hands / dragon feet in the EX version. They do, yeah. You don't even have to buy them. Why is Apollo in the soup store? Alright everybody, with that I think I'll call it a night and hang out with some other streams. God, the outpouring. This was a heck of a day. Freaking 200 plus people in the premiere. Everything that happened today. Status soup. Wow. Thank you all so much for joining me again. I'm making the most of this environment which you're all giving. I say the same stuff every time, but it's I never ever feel like I'm saying enough to accommodate for this unbelievable thing that you're all giving me. Thank you. It was wonderful to see you all. I hope you all have an awesome one. And I wish you all the very best that life has to offer. Till next time, dream on, friends. Peace. Remember, Sonic is dead!